as we finish up the Culver's Kickoff Show presented by Culver's of Lake Hallie. Thank you for joining us. Caleb Swenson, Dave Shack up in the booth, Alan Dunham roaming the sidelines, and on CFHS Media, Cardinal TV on YouTube, Owen Krista running the live stream tonight. What a great game here and a great opportunity, Dave Shack, for our Cards as we get to the Toyson Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. An opportunity here to firmly cement their playoff position and also a chance to give themselves a chance at a Big Rivers Conference title. They've got to win out and hope for a little bit of help with losses by Hudson and River Falls, but that BRC championship is still a possibility.
Yeah, so certainly what we need to do is lock this game down. Again, this is a good Eau Claire Memorial team that's going to be a tough game for Chi High tonight, and I'd love to have that conversation with you after this game about all those possibilities and the different things, and the only way we get to that conversation is to lock it down here tonight.
Your Toyson Ford Keys to the Game brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. Looking at both teams' offenses, Memorial comes in averaging 15.7 points per game offensively, Chi High at 25.3. Memorial gives up 15 points per game, very similar defensively, Chi High giving up 14.3 points per game. Memorial played two very tough games, in fact, three very tough games in a row against New Richmond, River Falls, and Hudson. Two of those on the road. They lost to New Richmond 14-10, to River Falls 13-9, and Hudson 23-8, playing some of the top-tier teams in the conference. Very tough. Chi High, of course, has won 3 Big Rivers Conference games in a row, including that thriller last week against River Falls.
So the key to the game, since you asked, I'm going to say, are we doing that now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So key to the game, I think, is similar to the key for the last game, only for a different reason. Last time, with the number 1 running back down, I think we knew that we had to force them to pass to win that game. This game, you just know Eau Claire Memorial is going to pass, so it's going to be about stopping the pass. And again, it comes back to, I think we've got the defensive backfield, and I'll echo off what Coach Rakovich said. It's really going to be more about what those guys up front can do. Can they get him to run around? Can they put some pressure on him? He leads the league in yardage, but, he can be rattled. And if he's not rattled and you let him sit there and pick you apart, it's going to be problems for Chi High. So getting to the quarterback is going to be the key.
We are ready to begin as Memorial kicks off to Chi High. Good to have you with us on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. Fielded by Mason Howard at the 8-yard line to the 10 at the 15 down the far sideline. And Howard is shoved out of bounds there. And Chi High will start 1st and 10. Eau Claire Memorial, the home team. They've got the violet tops, violet bottoms, and the purple helmets as well. The white numerals, solid white numerals on the helmets. And the White Sox, Chi High, resplendent in their traveling white tops and bottoms. Jet black numerals, the red accents, the crimson stripe on the sides of the pants, and those matte black helmets with the silver CF insignia. They will start 1st and 10 from the 23 of Eau Claire Memorial. Here on WOGO Radio and Cardinal TV. Starting with a give off the right side, Mason Tester a whisker away from breaking a big one as he's up to the 28-yard line, a gain of 5 on 1st down for Mason Tester, who came into the game averaging 7.7 yards per rush. Give him 5 on his first tote here tonight. Again, WOGO Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Dawson Halverson back at the WOGO home base in Hallie, keeping things running smoothly as Chi High hurries back up to the line on 2nd and 5 from the 28, ball nearest the near hash. Tester in motion left to right. They'll give him the fullback. That's Bromeisel. Bromeisel pushes his way straight ahead, and he will continue moving the pile across the 40-yard line up to the 41, a gain of 13, Dave.
13 for the big fella, and it is really fun to watch him run and carry fellows with him, as he carried about 3 or 4 that time. Always love to see the fullback in these offenses get that kind of yardage. That is a big, strong kid there, and if we can soften up the middle there, just makes it all that easier for the quick fellows on the outside.
Ball again on the near hash, 41-yard line, their side of the 50 for Chi High, no score, minute gone by. Left side, flip to Mason Howard. Howard picking his way back to the line of scrimmage, and he will be ripped down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. They may even call it a loss of 2. Howard comes into this game the leading ground gainer for Chi High, 75 rushes for 407 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground, a 5.4 average. Going back to the fullback carry as a 2nd and 12 coming up, and Bromeisel slipping out. But Alan Dunham, you love pounding that B back as well.
Well, what I was going to say, the first 2 plays, especially the offensive line, was really pushing Memorial back off the line of scrimmage.
Chi High on 2nd and 12. Howard, wide to the right. In fact, now slot right. Twin receivers right, 2 men in the backfield. With a man in motion, Tester left to right. Back to pass, rolling out to his right and flipping it right side to Tester is Mason Von Hayden, the junior, and Tester back to the original line of scrimmage, not much further. 3rd and long coming up for Chi High. Well, give yourself a cost of living increase. Berry Global has opened up night shift production operator positions with a 2-2-3 schedule, amazing benefits, and entry-level wages starting at $23.60 per hour. Find the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. That's berryglobal.com/careers. Chi High, a 3rd and 9 from just inside the 42-yard line. Trips to the left. In fact, they'll go quad receivers to the left.
Looks like an illegal formation here.
Single receiver to the right, Mason Von Hayden rolling out to his left. He's under some pressure. Now dances, now goes straight ahead, back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, no more. Punting time for Chi High and a good defensive stand by Eau Claire Memorial.
Reason I said it looked like an illegal formation here is as they're rushing to get this one off.
Chi High will punt it quickly with Thomas Clary. Clary will send a boot that will bounce and take a great Chi High hop inside the 20, bouncing inside the 15. Jackson Google's down there to down it at the 10-yard line. What a punt for
That's
Thomas
a great
Clary.
punt. That's a 50-yard, again, a 50-yard change in field position on that play, just like last week. He has had some boomers. They almost caught him off with 12 men on the field. That's why we had to kind of hurry there. Did a good job there altogether.
Jackson Google, cornerback, Homestead Elementary.
Dawson Goodman, safety, Hillcrest Elementary.
Davis Bromeisel, outside linebacker, Homestead Elementary.
Thomas Clary, middle linebacker, Hillcrest Elementary. Reed Post, D tackle, Hillcrest Elementary. Caden Spaeth, DN, Stillston Elementary.
Mason Minarski, linebacker, Kids USA Preschool.
Carter Bovey, cornerback, Parkview Elementary.
Wesley Tanzer, outside linebacker, Hillcrest Elementary.
Colby Solberg, outside linebacker, Bouncing Babies and Cool Kids.
Tracy Bovey, safety, Parkview Elementary School.
Nathan Drivas, nose guard, Homestead Elementary.
Jace Sweetfloffer, defensive tackle, Hillcrest Elementary.
Ezra Lindstrom, safety, Stillston Elementary.
Love seeing those cornerbacks and safeties one-on-one sometimes out there with those island-type tackles, and he did a good job there. We always give the kids a hard time when we see missed tackles out there. Got to give them credit on that one.
Thompson, 174 passing attempts in the first 7 games of this season. 3rd and 7, Memorial from the 13. Thompson, the senior, rolling out to his right. He's going to stop, stutter, now will throw deep down the right sideline into the Chi High sideline. Sailed it, and Chi High's defense holds strong. 3 and out for Memorial. And it'll be punting time from their own end zone for the Old Abes.
Excellent start defensively by the Chi High defense to stuff the run and then be very well defensively positioned on the 2 passes, not allowing much yardage for Memorial.
And Coach Rakovich mentioned this before the game, guys. He said it's not just about the secondary, it's about the guys up front. And that time, Thompson, under duress, sprinting out to his right, just had to dump it. 4th and 7, punting from a couple yards inside their own end zone. The Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes with 8:44 to go. Punt is high but short, waving for a fair catch. Mason Howard, and Howard looked like he got interfered with. What a great snatch there by Howard at the 42-yard line, but there were 3 purple jerseys really, really close inside that halo, so to speak.
I think you're right, and if he would have dropped that ball, it would have been interesting if that would have caused the refs to call a penalty, because that was a very difficult catch there, made more difficult by the fact that there were probably 2, if not 3, Eau Claire Memorial players that were violating that fair catch distance.
And
now you see the flag. I mean, he was, by one of them, I think he was even touched.
Tucker Sari, left guard, Hillcrest Elementary.
Grady Frederick, tight end, Southview Elementary.
Zeke Johnson, wide receiver, Parkview Elementary.
Jace Sweetfloffer, offensive tackle, Hillcrest Elementary.
Mason Tester, running back, Stillston Elementary.
Mason Von Hayden, quarterback, Hillcrest Elementary.
Jackson Ginn, offensive tackle, Stilson Elementary. Tony Pekulski, right guard, Homestead Elementary.
Preston Auger, tight end, Southview Elementary.
Mason Howard, running back, Stilson Elementary.
Graydon Thatcher, center, Stilson Elementary.
Nathan Drevis, fullback, Homestead Elementary.
Chi-High will be knocking on the door of the Johnson roll-off red zone at the 22-yard line.
Oh, wait, now they're marching
Memorial.
it. I don't know what's going on. Were they not just marching it towards Chi-High a second ago? Now it's Memorial.
It is an offside against Memorial.
Well, so now it's at the 22.
So Chi-High with Mason Von Hayden, the junior, will flip left side. Dawson Goodman, and Goodman right down to the 20 for a gain of 2, and that will put the Cards in the Johnson roll-off red zone. Johnson Roll-Off is your local roll-off dumpster service, making recycling easy and job sites more efficient. JohnsonRollOffService.com. Dawson Goodman, your WISports.net Jolly Good, to give their sponsor a plug, the Jolly Good Player of the Week. Also, that incredible play by Dawson Goodman with help from Thomas Clary on Max Preps, the top play in the nation in prep football last week. Mason Howard, left side. Howard squeezes through a tight gap inside the 15-yard line and rolled down to the 13, a gain of close to 8 for Mason Howard.
You know, you mentioned that Dawson Goodman getting the player of the week there, and obviously well-deserving. It's just incredible to see a defensive player, but we say defensive player also almost had 100 yards rushing, and then that play. Why do I get the feeling we're going to hear that play at least once today?
Dawson Goodman still in the backfield. They'll fake it to him and give it to Bromeisel. Bromeisel off left guard. And on first down, Bromeisel down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 3.
Norman Adams and Jack Connor combined for the tackle.
Alan Dunham down on the sideline. Chi-High looking pretty good here on this drive. Dawson Goodman left wing back, Bromeisel the fullback, Mason Howard right wing back, Von Hayden under center, rolling out to pass Von Hayden, looking right, throws right into the end zone, too far for Howard near the front pylon.
Just a little over the outstretched receiver's hands. He was wide open in the corner of the end zone. I do like to say, particularly, you know, this time of year here and in this position, I like that call. I know that their running game has been doing good. You still have 2 downs here to get it done. But Chi-High definitely needs to get all the kinks out of that passing game.
So this will be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 for Chi-High. Left side give to Mason Howard, and Howard has run down right at the line of scrimmage. And so now will they send out Subi Mason or go for it on 4th and 7 from the 10-yard line? What will Coach Rajkovic elect to do? And it looks like the field goal unit will come out.
Maybe he's got even more confidence now that Goodman shows that there's many ways to score from that field goal position.
This should be about a 28-yarder for the senior Subalu Mason. 6:39 on the clock, first quarter here from Carson Park on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. Dawson Goodman is the holder from the left hash, and we have whistles blowing as Subi blasted this one right through the uprights, but what's the flag? If it's against Memorial, that's going to make this call interesting.
Well, I think it was whistled below, so the play would have been dead. It is against Memorial, but you're right. It makes it interesting in that Rayco's got to decide. He's got a field goal kicker that just made a field goal, and he is bringing the offense back up.
4th and 3, Alan. That didn't seem like there was much of a decision there for Coach Rajkovic.
It's always tough when you, now obviously that's not quite taking points off the board, but you just saw him make a field goal. And now this sort of reminds you of last week's game where we were inside the 5-yard line and didn't come away with any points. Fortunately, it didn't hurt us. And first quarter, maybe you're more willing on the road here to take a chance and gamble. And if you don't make it, you at least put them in bad field position.
So it's a 4th and 3 from the 6-yard line of Memorial. No score, 6.5 minutes to go first quarter. Double wing, double tight for Chi-High. Flip right side, that's Dawson Goodman. Goodman pile drives to the end zone. Is he in? He is! Touchdown, Chippewa Falls! Dawson Goodman hits pay dirt from 6 yards out on 4th and 3.
So I was prepared to go on record, even if we didn't get that, saying I really appreciate and think that was a good aggressive play for Chi-High to go for it there. But with Dawson Goodman, you just never have to second guess yourself anyway.
Get the ball in that young man's hands. And now Subi Mason gets a chance to kick, but it's a PAT. Going for 1 instead of 3. Chi-Hi looking to put 7 on the board. Good move to hold. Subi boots it, splits the uprights. 7-0 Chippewa Falls with 6:22 remaining. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports first quarter from Carson Park.
Whether it's sitting in the bleachers of your old high school or driving through the neighborhood where you grew up, great memories stick with us as the years go by. I'm Holly Bovey from Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, and I'd love to help your family start a lifetime of memories in a new home. Whether it's your first home, a place to retire, or anything in between, connect with me on Facebook at hollybovey.com or call or text me anytime at 715-577-HOME. That's 715-577-HOME.
Are you looking for the home of your dreams? Ashley Construction can help you design.
Be the run up and the boot. Line drive, dropped just inside the 20-yard line. It takes a nice little hop, sits down, picked up at the 19-yard line. Nowhere to go for the returners. He's hit smacked at the 23-yard line. A great hit that time by Chi-Hi's number 13, Jack Zwiefelhofer, the 5'10", 145-pound junior. Good work there on special teams.
And I think number 10 joined in on that one too. I'm not sure who that is. You've got the program there, but
that would be either Adam McNamara or Cameron Shara. I believe McNamara, the junior.
And I don't think we've called his name, so I wanted to get that out there. A two-man tackle there.
1st and 10. Memorial from their own 24, trailing 7-0. Ryan Thompson, the senior, with 2 men flanking him in the backfield, 2 receivers. Thompson going to roll out to his right. Actually, a direct snap that time, and Chi-Hi having none of it. That was Gavin Gerber, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Direct snap to Gerber, and he got hit well behind the line, Alan. That's a loss of 2 or 3.
I didn't see who made the penetration, but what
4.
I could see is everyone had hat on hat, did a great job stretching it out and then making the tackle.
So Gerber hit behind the line for a loss of, wow, they're calling it a loss of 5. It's at least 4. The ball just inside the 20 on the far hash. Twin receivers to the left, ball on the far hash. Thompson with the H-back to his left. Single back to his right from the shotgun. High snap, it's dropped on the ground, picked up by Memorial. But Memorial will lose maybe a couple more yards. Athletic play by the quarterback Thompson. Actually, that was Gerber, excuse me.
That's one of those plays, if you've ever tried to throw the football down and have it bounce straight up, an oblong ball, kind of hard to do. That's exactly what happened. That ball bounced hard on the ground and straight back up to the quarterback. Good chance for Chi-Hi, but the ball on the 17, they still lost another 3 yards on that rush.
They were running Wildcat there, so I will correct myself, as Thompson now back into the game at quarterback on a 3rd and 17 from their own 17-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver right for Thompson on 3rd and very long. Thompson will roll out to his left. Looking down the middle, got a man, that's Gerber. Gerber across the 20-yard line up to the 25. Will get 8 yards back, but it's 4th and 11 and punting time again for Eau Claire Memorial with 4.5 minutes and counting to go here in the first quarter. Chi-Hi leading 7-0.
Really good defensive effort. Let them catch the ball in front of you, and then you see 7-8 guys rally to the football to make the tackle.
Exactly right. That's just smart football, knowing they have 9 more yards to go. Let them catch it and punt it away.
Mason Howard has some fluorescent orange on his socks tonight. Unless that's pink. It's hard to see from up here.
It is
He'll be
bright.
standing to get this punt. Another high boot into the Carson Park lights. Howard waves for fair catch and will catch that one at the 47 of Chi-High. They'll actually call it the 46. Good starting field position for Chippewa Falls, leading 7-0, 3:57 to go here first quarter. And White City Glass is a proud sponsor of Chippewa Falls High School sports on WOGO for over 3 decades, and they salute all the hard-working athletes. For all your windshield glass and garage door needs, call White City Glass of Chippewa Falls. Brady Frederick and Davis Bromeisel checking out for Chi-High. Maybe they'll spread things out a little bit here to start this possession. Zeke Johnson out there, the senior.
Notice that Eau Claire Memorial gave him about a 5-yard cushion that time on the fair catch.
So the Cards will go twin receivers right and then 2 wingbacks on the left side. Mason Howard in motion left right, faking the jet sweep action, keeping himself is Mason Von Hayden. Von Hayden plunges across midfield down to the 49-yard line of Eau Claire Memorial. A gain of 5 quickly on first down.
Yeah, I think they might even give him 6 on that. It looks like as he stretched out for that, he's going to be at the 48-yard line.
We've seen Von Hayden run the ball very effectively, particularly against New Richmond. On the season, Mason Von Hayden rushing 106 yards on 47 attempts, but 3 touchdowns. 2nd and 4 for the Cards from the 48 of Memorial. Howard in motion left right. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep. He's going to try to turn the corner at midfield. Evades 1 tackler. Now he's cutting all the way across the field. Gets a block from his quarterback. Turning the corner at the 45, the 40. It's a foot race now. 35. Cutting back inside at the 20-yard line. Mason Howard, the magician, pulling something out of nothing once again. That ends up being about a 30-yard run, but I think he ran over 100 yards to get that 30.
That's one of those plays where you just create your own luck there. He just kept running, and that's what kept that play alive. Memorial, really from the backside, did not do a good job of their pursuit angles. They had that play dead to rights, and they just let him get away. Ball all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Cards back in the Johnson roll-off red zone. 1st and 10 from the 17. Flip right side. That's Mason Tester. Tester testing the left side of the line as he cuts back against the grain all the way down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 7. And as we mentioned, in the Johnson roll-off red zone are your Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Johnson Roll-Off, your local roll-off dumpster service, making recycling easy and job sites more efficient. JohnsonRollOffService.com. A 2nd and 3 from the 10 of Memorial. Chi-High leading 7-0.
It's a good time to pound that fullback in there. You see a lot of the Memorial players already kind of had their hands on their knees.
Double wing, double tight. Give off the left side, and Mason Howard is spun down in the backfield. Great play on the defensive front for Eau Claire Memorial.
Yeah, Eau Claire Memorial, I think number 1 there, he grabbed him by the back of the jersey and just slammed him down. That's not an easy play to make.
Especially on Mason Howard, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for Chi-High. Considering that last possession, you'd figure there's probably 2 downs here to get 5 yards. Double wing, double tight from the far hash. From the 12-yard line, Mason Von Hayden rolling right, throws right. He's got his fullback at the 10-yard line. That's Bromeisel. Skips through a tackle and it stumbles inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Oh, he was sniffing the end zone there, Alan.
Really nice job. A lot of run action there where everybody kind of sucks up and then you hit that fullback out in the flat, and he did a nice job of getting a first down on that play. Good run.
1st and 10, 1st and goal for Chi-High at the 5-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field taken by Memorial. Back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
Looking for a little more comfort in your life? Call the experts at Kurth Heating and Cooling, your local employer.
Ashley for Chi High coming out of the Memorial timeout. Give to that fullback, Bro Meisel, and Bro Meisel will bull his way forward off right guard for another couple yards. And with 90 seconds to play, Chi High looking to punch another one in before the end of quarter number 1. Chi High 5-2 on the year, 3-2 in the Big Rivers Conference, and still in that conference title chase. Memorial 3-4 in the year, 1-4 in conference, and desperately needing to win their last 2 games and get a little help to get into the postseason. 2nd and goal from the 3 for Chi High. 2 offset backs, Mason Von Hayden, give to Howard. Howard left side, he'll go untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
So that was a really good block that time by Tester. Not all that impressive. He just kind of stood and got in the way, but he did what he had to do to allow Howard to go wide open into the end zone untouched.
With 1:03 remaining, Chi High in the first quarter. Chi High leading 13-0 on the season. That is the 7th rushing touchdown for Mason Howard. Subi Mason looking to go 2 for 2 on PATs. Snap, spot, hold, kick is good, but flags fly as they have frequently here tonight.
Yeah, Subi Mason 2 for 2 so far on stepping up, kicking one through the uprights, only to have a flag call it back. And again, that's also on Eau Claire Memorial. Wonder what they're going to do with that one. Well, that's half the distance. I wonder if Coach Rako thinks about this one at all.
Can you decline it and just take the PAT?
Well, no. I'm saying they can go for 2 now. Oh, yeah. No, they can't because that was, again, it was another procedural pre-snap. But I'm just wondering with 1 yard to go.
So they'll try it again. Snap, spot, hold, kick. Good. 14-0 Chi High. 1:03 remaining first quarter. We'll step out. Be back in 60 seconds. Cardinal football on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. First quarter kicking off once again. It's 14-0 Chi High with 1:03 left. And Subi, the run up and the left-footed boot. He's going to pitching wedge this one down to the 25-yard line. It's caught in the air outside the numbers 30 up to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line before being whitewashed over there. The up back for Eau Claire Memorial. And guys, Coach Rakovich has mentioned a few times this season being a little befuddled by the fact that his offense, his team as a whole, doesn't seem to start real fast. You can't ask for a much better start than 14-0 and no first downs for Eau Claire Memorial.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Great start for Chi High so far. They got to keep it going. But again, they're on lockdown mode. This is one where they've got to just do their jobs and, focus on all the little things and getting them done. They don't have to have a very large amount of motion like they did last week to beat the undefeated River Falls team.
From the shotgun, Ryan Thompson with backs to his left and right. Thompson, delayed give right up the middle. Chi High not fooled by the pass fake. And up to the 37-yard line. Thomas Clary on this stop. That was either Woodworth or Simmons on the carry for Eau Claire Memorial.
It's Memorial's 4th rush and only the 2nd rush of positive yardage so far as Coach Berger's defense really sticking it to him so far tonight.
2nd and 8 from their own 37 from Memorial. Thompson from the gun. Thompson, delayed give, looking to his left. Now he'll throw over the middle. Got his man across the 45-yard line up to the 46. That's good enough for the first down of the night for Eau Claire Memorial. Good pitch and catch into that seam by the old Abes.
Give him a 9-yard catch on that play. That's the second 9-yard catch, but as you had stated, the other one was not a first down. That one was, as the quarterback is now 3 for 4 on the night.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter after one complete. Your score, Chippewa Falls 14, Eau Claire Memorial 0 on homecoming night for the Old Abes at Carson Park here on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. From the 46-yard line, their side of the 50, Eau Claire Memorial coming out of the break between quarters 1 and 2 will give off the left side, and a gain of about 3 up to the 49, knocking on the territorial door of Chi High. The Old Abes trailing 14-0 on their homecoming night. A great crowd on hand. The Memorial section in front of us, I would say almost completely full, Dave, and a great contingent from Chi High, and even on the end zone bleachers as well.
Yeah, it is. All these teams can usually fill it up for their homecomings. And
off right guard, plunging across midfield into the 49 of Chi High, gain of about 3.
Not a first down, but it is the first foray into Chi High territory that they have had. They're going to officially put it at the 48, so that's a 4-yard gain.
So 3rd and 4, Eau Claire Memorial. Twin receivers left side, Ryan Thompson from the gun with backs to his left and right. 48 of Chi High. Thompson rolling out to his left. He'll throw and got a man right at the sideline at the 41-yard line for a first down. And going down to the field with Alan Dunham, they don't have Ryan Thompson throw from the pocket, from the shotgun there very often. He rolls to his left or right very frequently.
He's a real active quarterback. At that time, they ran an inside receiver deep, drew the coverage, and then just curled the outside wide receiver for the first down. Nice play design and well executed.
Thompson had thrown for over 1,100 yards coming into this game. 1st and 10 from the 41 of Chi High for Memorial, looking for their first score of the night. They'll fake the pass, give it left side, and best run of the night for Eau Claire Memorial, 9, close to 10 yards off left end.
It's going to be close on the spot from the ref that was on the other side. Might be I think that's a first down.
And that ball carrier looked to be Peter Albert.
And they are moving the chains. That is a first down, 10-yard rush.
Gain of 10 for the senior, 5'11", 185. And quickly back to the line, going tempo. Thompson and the Old Abes. Thompson rolling out to his right. He's pressured. He's going to float it deep down the right sideline, and it goes out of bounds, bracketing double coverage. Looking for Julius Clark down there, the 6-foot sophomore, 155-pound receiver.
I've been impressed by Memorial. Well, I thought they'd come out that series and just throw it a lot more and attack Chi High defense, but they've not given up on the run, which is wise. It's still just very early in the game, and they've gotten good yardage on the run, so they're able to mix it in, the run and pass pretty well this drive.
And probably want to give their defense a bit of a rest as well. Chi High's been kind of having their way on offense so far. Off left guard, little bit of room inside the 30-yard line and down to the 25, actually. A good plunge at the end, gain of 6. And I believe that was Albert again.
A little uncharacteristic for Chi High, I think, against this Memorial team to be giving up that kind of yardage on these rushes. Usually pretty stout up there.
3rd and 4 for Memorial. Trailing 14-0, 9:40 and counting to go in the half. Here at Carson Park on homecoming night. Give off the right side this time, and there's a nice gap again. I believe it was Albert. Albert down to the 21, gain of 4. That's what he needed, but did he get enough to move the sticks? It is close, and I believe the official is saying fourth down. So fourth and very short.
And that's big because where the ref was lined up on this side, it looked like he was right on it. So not even a measurement as the ball sits on the 22-yard line. They need to get to the 21.
From the shotgun, Ryan Thompson. Single receivers left and right, two backs with him backfield on 4th and 1 from the 22 of Chi High. Thompson calls for the ball. Give left side. That's Albert. Albert dives across the 20-yard line for a Memorial first down. Clock stops temporarily at 8:59 to go. Give yourself a cost of living increase. You can do it. Berry Global has opened up night shift production operator positions with a 2-2-3 schedule. Amazing benefits and entry-level wages starting at $23.60 per hour. Find the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. Berry Global in Chippewa Falls, one of our sponsors all season long. One of many helping make these broadcasts possible, and we're so grateful to each and every local business who's invested in Wogo Sports. 1st and 10 for the 19. Thompson, clean pocket, back to throw. Right side in the flat. Hits his man behind the 20-yard line and back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe, maybe not. As he found that time, number 11, Shamar Simmons, the 6'1", 190-pound sophomore. They've got a couple of sophomores at the skill positions, and Simmons will lose a yard. Back to the 20, 2nd and 11. Just changed the hash marks.
That was Chi High. They'd be going back and forth in and out of the roll-off zone, the Johnson roll-off zone.
It'll be a 2nd and 11 now for Thompson. He's going to float it out left side. That's Julius Clark. Clark stopping, starting again inside the 15-yard line. And Clark down close to the 13, a gain of at least 7, depending on the spot. Brings up a 3rd and short.
About 4 Chi High defenders over pursued that time, and the wide receiver cut it all the way back against the grain. Jackson Google coming from the far side of the field to deliver the final hit on that tackle.
So this will be a 3rd and 3. Again, you figure 2 downs for Memorial from the 12-yard line. Thompson give to Albert. Albert left side. Albert hit hard right at the line of scrimmage, but he pushes his way up to the 10-yard line. So 4th and short again.
Colby Solberg with a very aggressive pinch in from his defensive end, and Mason Minarski making the tackle.
Last time on 4th and short, they just gave it to Albert. He picked it up easily. This will be 4th and 1 from just outside the 10-yard line. 7 minutes on the clock. 14-0 Chi High, but Memorial marching. Twin receivers to the left.
They like to run behind their left guard.
Thompson from the gun with Albert to his left, and H-back to the right side. Jet sweep motion left to right. Thompson gives to Albert. Albert dancing in the backfield. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's stuffed. Chi High pushes him back. Turnover on downs.
And that time, Coach Berger dialed up what he needed to do. Going to be tough to consistently get that 2 or 3 yards against Chi High. Memorial playing conservative there, and they get stopped. Good job for Coach Berger.
What a great stand by the defensive front, Allen. As you could see, there was great penetration right away, and that made the running back Albert have to stop and change direction, and there was no moving forward after that.
They had been running just straight ahead, and as I said, that left guard is he wouldn't look out of place in a college line, but this time they tried to pull him, and they were stuffed.
1st and 10 Chi High from their own 10-yard line off the right side. Immediately a gain of 10 on 1st down. That was
Von Hayden fumbled the snap and just aborted the play and just picked it up himself and ran off right tackle for a nice gain.
A gain of 11 officially on an aborted play is a pretty, things are going well for you in the first half.
So Memorial
snap and get 11.
Memorial comes up short but had a 13-play drive there.
1st and 10 Chi High from their own 21-yard line. Ooh. Mason Von Hayden gives to Bromeisel, and Bromeisel smacked hard as he crosses the 20-yard line. He's back to the line of scrimmage at the 21, but maybe not any further. See if they give him the 22 with a pretty good spot. It'll be 2nd and 9.
So let's see if Chi High can match it with a 13-play drive of their own, which should take us right to the end of the half.
The Hy-Vee halftime show. 2nd and 9 from the 22. Mason Von Hayden rolling out to his left, wide open in the left flat. That's Davis Bromeisel. He'll lower the shoulder, be spun down forward up to the 28, maybe the 29, depending on where the knee went down. Is a gain of at least 6. They'll call it 6 up to the 28. So 3rd and short, about 3rd and 3 for Chi High. Really their worst starting field position of the night as they started one drive at the 22 of Memorial. After The Thomas Clary punt, the 3 and out, and then the fair catch interference.
Let's see him give it to Bromeisel here after getting involved in the passing game.
Going to Tester instead. Tester breaks one tackle across the 30-yard line and nudges his way across the 33. Needed 2, got 4. First down, Chi High. The clock keeps moving at 5:02 and counting.
Tester has only got 3 carries so far on the night. Been pretty well mixed between Bromeisel, Howard.
And Tester will sub out. And usually that means Dawson Goodman is in.
And that is the case here.
The left wing back, right wing back is Mason Howard, Bromeisel the fullback. First and 10 from the 33. They'll give to Dawson Goodman on the pitch. Dawson following his blocking up to the 35-yard line off right guard, and they will stand him up there. Forward progress actually stopped at the 34, so a gain of just 1.
You got to figure when he's in there that really makes the line on the other side key there. I wouldn't be surprised if they shift it to that direction as well. He is just that much of a threat.
4:16 and counting. First half, Chi High, no particular hurry here. 14-0, they lead the Old Abes of Eau Claire Memorial here on homecoming night at Carson Park. Double wing, double tight. On their own 34-yard line, the fake to Dawson Goodman, back to pass. Mason Von Hayden, he'll rainbow and throw right side, and it's picked off at the 45-yard line. Down the sideline, 35-30, stepping out of bounds into the Chi High sideline. That throw, not quite enough air under it, and a nice play by the Memorial secondary. First turnover of the game. Goes away the Old Abes.
From a coaching standpoint, that was a good time for that, as you had Goodman in there, and you could really tell, again, like I said, they were stacking that line, expecting it to be given, and so it was a nice open throw, and the receiver had it down the sideline. Like you said, just kind of underthrew it a little bit, and
yeah, they had a safety sitting back there who was able to see that the whole way from his back pedal, and that ball didn't have a chance, unfortunately. You either got to look him off or just decide to go in a different direction.
Well, under 4 to play in the half, and now Memorial a golden opportunity to force their way back into this game. They will receive the second half kickoff as well. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 29 of Chi High.
Oh,
low snap goes right through the legs of Thompson. He'll dive on it back at the 46-yard line. A loss of 17 on first down. Oh my goodness, that was just kind of how the night has gone so far for the Old Abes. As that snap just looked like a hockey puck shooting across the ice, went right through the legs of the senior Thompson.
And that ball is on the 46-yard line. I'm impressed with you calling that a 17-yard loss as quick as you did.
Thank you.
Good math for as far back as that is.
I was pretty pleased with that, to be honest. Twin receivers right, 2 in the backfield from the shotgun. Ryan Thompson on 2nd and 27. From the 46, Thompson throws right side, going to a knee and making the catch with Gould. Coming up to make the stop anyway will be the big number 88, Tay Ferguson, 6'2" sophomore receiver. They have counted so far 3 sophomore players who've already made some impacts tonight from the skill positions. This is a young team at a lot of those skill positions for Coach Thompson and Memorial.
So a lot of completions so far for Eau Claire Memorial, and pretty consistent with what they have done for the season. Not one completion has been over 10 yards. Not one over 9 yards, as a matter of fact.
They don't throw down the field a lot, and you know, we'll watch and see if they take a shot, but working out into the flats, trying to get some of their playmakers in space. A gain of 6 there on 3rd and 21, and
they're going to take it down. We can go ahead and go to break if you want. They're going to take it down and call a timeout.
So we'll take a timeout with Coach Thompson and Memorial back in 60 seconds. 3rd and 21 coming up for the Old Abes against your Chippewa Falls Cardinals on WOGO Sports.
Thank you.
3rd and 21 for Eau Claire Memorial. Coming out of the timeout. Thompson back to pass from the shotgun. Clean pocket. Will throw it deep down the middle of the field. It hung up, and it is knocked down and caught. Oh, my goodness. 2 Chi-High defenders collided, tipped the ball up, and it's caught inside the 5-yard line by Eau Claire Memorial.
Yeah, Jackson Google had a chance at an interception there. It bounced off his hands, which is the only thing that kept it alive for Eau Claire Memorial.
That would have
lucky
been his
play
8th.
for Eau Claire Memorial.
Yeah, I believe that was Ezra Lindstrom, the safety, who had made a perfect play and it went up for it. But as you said, it went right through his hands and into the waiting arms of a Memorial receiver.
Is that number 11 there?
Direct snap off the left side for Eau Claire Memorial. Driving hard toward the goal line and stopped just shy is 44 Jack Connor. 6'1", 200, listed as a running back and linebacker, a senior. Google has 6 interceptions on the season. That would have been his 7th. Memorial right back to the line. Going Wildcat with Connor. Connor off the right side. He's hit in the backfield. He stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Did he get over? He did. Touchdown Eau Claire Memorial. So that'll be 6'4". Well, I thought that was Connor. Alan, were you able to get a number on the ball carrier there?
I did not see that. There was a big pile, and I didn't see through the bodies to tell who had the football.
So Memorial now giving at least the impression of going for 2. So Jack Connor was the one who scored, 44. And now Memorial kind of that swinging gate from both sides as they will line up with Connor Anderson, another senior, out of the hold of Albert for the PAT. High snap, good hold. The kick booms to the uprights, and Chi-High's lead cut in half with 1:27 left. It's 14-7. The old Abes take advantage of the Cardinal turnover. We're back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV.
Northwestern.
After a 17-yard loss on first down, gets a very fortuitous bounce on a long pass that could have been picked, plunges it in a couple plays later, and it's 14-7 as Mason Howard picks up the kickoff on a bounce, and at some point I'm going to get his name right, Mason Howard, all the way up to the 40-yard line, picking his way through traffic, and now Chi-High with a couple timeouts left in the 1:21. We'll see what they want to do here offensively because Memorial is going to receive the second half kickoff.
Well, I think it's clear here. You get the ball all the way to the 40. You got some momentum here. I don't expect them to come out passing. We have not been that successful in the passing game so far tonight, but I do expect them to get to the line of scrimmage right away and try to take advantage.
So now Howard out, Tester and Dawson Goodman, the wingbacks. Tester in motion left to right. They'll give to Dawson Goodman. Goodman following his blocking inside a crease across the 41-yard line up to the 44. Gain of 4 on first down. That clock is moving. 1:10 and counting. And Chi-High will have to go a little tempo here, you would think.
It looks like they're not, although coach is shouting them to get in there. Maybe they're going to see what happens on this and possibly a third down if it gets to that.
Double wing, double tight, near hash. 2nd and 6 from the 44. Tester in motion left to right. They'll give it to Tester. Tester stretching it out right side, turning the corner of the 45-yard line. He's hit and driven back at about the 48. Gain of another 4, but now 3rd and short coming up, and a timeout will be taken by Chi-Hi or by Memorial.
Looks like by Chi-Hi because Memorial doesn't know that it's a timeout yet.
So the Cards have taken a timeout. We'll take just a 30-second break here and be back in half a minute. 41 seconds to go in the first half. Chi-Hi, a big 3rd down, leading 14-7. Late going here, second quarter. Back in 30 on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check, Alan Dunham. Chi-Hi on 3rd down. Give to Mason Tester, and Tester into the clear at the 40-yard line, spinning out of another tackle down to the 42. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go from the 46 down to the 42, gain of 14 for Mason Tester. 37-yard line.
Yep, so
clock continues running. Chi-Hi, 1 timeout left, double wing, double tight. Mason Von Hayden, the junior, under center. Von Hayden back to pass. Rolling out to his right, evades 1 defender, throws right side, tight catch along the sideline. Is it complete?
He was waving it off, but then he walked up to it. Oh, he walked up to the ball. So incomplete.
With 18 seconds left, Chi-Hi 1 timeout left.
Now we're substituting in for the pass-in formation, so we'll see multiple receivers on this play.
Jackson LeMay and Zeke Johnson out there.
Only takes about 15 yards from here to maybe get into Subi Mason's range too, so got plenty of options here.
Trips to the left, sing receiver to the right. Mason Von Hayden from the gun on 2nd and 10 from the Memorial 37. Rolling out to his left is Von Hayden. The junior throws down the middle of the field, and he's got his man for a first down at the 25-yard line. And now Chi-Hi is going to either take a timeout. LeMay with the catch will either take a timeout or spike it. They will call a timeout. We will take a quick 30-second break. Back in half a minute, 11 seconds to go in the half. Can Chi-Hi punch one more score in before the break? Back in 30 on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. This is Chi-Hi football.
And you hate the thought of kicking a field goal and getting it blocked, so you certainly want to get as close as you can get. Got the option to take a deep shot here or maybe get a 5 or a 6 yard play, but they're already in Subi Mason's range and they have a timeout.
I thought they just used their last timeout, actually. The scoreboard showing no timeouts. We'll see.
Well, okay, if they have no timeouts, a little different. Then you
trips right, and we have this play blown dead before it can begin.
Timeout, Memorial.
Memorial takes a timeout, so we will take one as well. Still just a 30-second break here on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. Should be 11 seconds on the clock when we come back. 14-7 Chi-Hi, back in half a minute.
They're limited. If you have no timeouts, you're either going to throw it deep for a quick one or you're going to try to get an out-of-bounds play right away, but you can't get tackled in the middle or it's over.
From the gun, Mason Von Hayden trips right, single receiver left. They're going to throw it out right side. That's Jackson LeMay. LeMay, 20, 15-yard line, skips out of bounds with 5 seconds left at the 11. Get it to your speedster, the sophomore, his 14th catch of the season, and now Chi High will jump back out there, and Subi Mason will get another field goal attempt. This one will be from 28 yards. Out of the hold of Dawson Goodman from the far hash. Good snap, good spot. Subi, the kick carries to the uprights, and it is no good. And that is how the first half will end. A one-score game, and Memorial will get the ball to begin the third. We'll step out and be back in 3.5 minutes as we enter the Hy-Vee halftime show, brought to you by your local Hy-Vee grocery store on Claremont Avenue, Eau Claire. Find surprise deals and savings on the Hy-Vee Eau Claire Facebook page, Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. After 2 quarters, your score stands Chi High 14, Eau Claire Memorial 7. We are back in 3.5 minutes on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV. And we are 3 minutes away from quarter number 3 in what looks to be a game that's living up to billing a tough BRC battle. After the first half, Chi High 14, Eau Claire Memorial 7. We're back in 2.5 minutes here on WOGO Sports as the second half action begins on WOGO Radio and Cardinal TV.
Winning in sports takes teamwork.
Chi High holding on to a one-score lead, 14-7 over the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, and it is a jacked up venue here at Carson Park, a full venue for homecoming nights. Great performance by the marching band, and their football team is right back into this, and Chi High is going to need to try to steal some of this momentum back right away to begin the third.
And I think everyone's jumping around here just to try to keep warm here as it is starting to get to be a rather cold fall night, but we were talking earlier today, the colors are just absolutely gorgeous in Wisconsin.
Just
couldn't think of a better time or better place to live and a better time to live in Wisconsin than right now.
Just driving by the river on the way down. Incredible colors.
Hey, I was fortunate to get some hand warmers from some of the people on the sidelines here because my fingers were becoming pretty numb.
Yeah, I saw you down by that snowbank a little while ago.
Subi Mason has it on the tee. The left-footed senior will be booting right to left to begin the second half here from Carson Park. 12 minutes on the clock. Subi, the number 99 on his white jersey, will signal, right hand in the air, and the run-up, and the left-footed boot as we are underway here in the third quarter. Picked up on a bounce at the 17-yard line, across the 30. Dragged down by an ankle up to the 35. A pretty good return, and the tackle that time by Trayson Bovey, the senior defensive back. Give us time to let you know that the Fleet Farm Distribution Center in Chippewa Falls is hosting walk-in interviews every weekday from 10 to 3. Job offers right on the spot. Students 17 years or older apply and work for the Chippewa Falls Fleet Farm DC to receive the Fleet Farm 20% discount for your parents as well. Again, weekdays, on the spot job offers, walk-in interviews 10 to 3 at the Fleet Farm Distribution Center in Chippewa Falls. Ryan Thompson throws right side. He's got his big target right at the 40-yard line and just whacked there by Jackson Google and Wesley Tanzer. That was number 88, 6'2", 170, the sophomore, Tay Ferguson. Good size for a sophomore. Gain of 5.
As usual, Eau Claire Memorial just has a slew of wide receivers in that 6'5" range. Walked right off this field and onto the basketball court, I'm sure.
Thompson the give to his tailback, right up the middle. Gain of close to 4 on 2nd and 5. We'll see who gets up after the bottom of that pile.
This is where it gets rough if Eau Claire Memorial is not aggressive here and perhaps uses their passing game. Coach Berger really does a good job of dialing it up on 3rd and 1.
I believe that was Shamar Simmons on the carry that time. 3rd and 1 from their own 44 for Eau Claire Memorial. 14-7 game. Chi-High with the lead. Just over a minute gone by here to start the 3rd quarter. Single receivers left and right. 2 men standing behind. Ryan Thompson, the senior, will operate from the gun. Thompson, give to Simmons. Simmons left side, tripped up, but he will fall forward for the first down off left end. Shamar Simmons, 6'1", 190. Again, one of these talented sophomores for Coach Thompson, who moved the chains. 41-yard line, their side of the 50 for Eau Claire Memorial. 1st and 10, 46, excuse me.
Needed 1 yard, got 2.
Twin receivers right. Running backs flanking Ryan Thompson in the shotgun. Thompson gives to Albert. Albert hit in the backfield. He's struck down and flattened.
That's number 42 with a solo tackle there as he just held him by his ankles.
That's Reed Post, the 6'1", 230-pound senior defensive lineman.
Great stop for a loss of 2.
Let's go, from their own 44 now, 2nd and 12. Memorial quickly back to the line. Twin receivers right. Again, 2 men either side of the quarterback. Thompson in the gun. Give to Albert. Albert hopping over one attempted tackle, but then yanked down by an ankle as he crosses the 45 up to the 48. He'll get the loss of yardage back and 2 more, but it'll be 3rd and long for Eau Claire Memorial at their 48-yard line.
Excellent job by Colby Solberg there from the defensive end spot, spilling over and covering for the linebacker as he's coming up the hole. Good job, even though they got some positive yardage. It could have went for more.
3rd and 8, Eau Claire Memorial. Extra tight end on the line. From the gun, Thompson back to pass. Thompson rolling out to his left. He throws deep down the right sideline and out of bounds. A great attempt, and maybe the catch even made, I'm not sure, by Tay Ferguson, but just no chance even at 6'2" to get a foot in bounds as that one sailed a little bit on the quarterback, Ryan Thompson. So 4th and 8, and Chi-High allows 1 first down, but now has forced the punt.
Blanket coverage there from Jackson Google on that play.
Yeah, I was going to say Jackson Google actually got turned around, and when he spun around completely, he was still in position to make that play if it would have been thrown in bounds.
Dawson Goodman standing at the 30, not giving a ton of respect to the Memorial punter here who struggled a bit. See if I jinx that. High kick, fairly short, and Goodman will lose the ball. Oh my goodness, Goodman muffed the punt, and it's picked up by Memorial at the 27-yard line, and 2 turnovers now for Chi-High on the night. Well, that is something that you will almost never, ever see. Dawson Goodman muffs the punt, and Memorial 1st and 10.
No, it's what Memorial is going to need to win this game, and so far they have it. They're still down 7, but they are definitely winning the turnover margin 2-0. Not something that you expect to see out of anyone, let alone Dawson Goodman.
I was going to give him a compliment for, as you said, not being very deep, but It's a lot of yards that you gain by not letting the ball hit the ground. Good job fielding it, and then for some reason he looked down and lost concentration and fumbled the football.
Thompson, single receivers left and right now. Jet sweep action from the left. They'll pitch it out left side. That's Simmons. Simmons runs into a wave of Chi-High defenders, but able to bull rush his way forward to the 25 for a gain of 3 on first down. Alberts and Connor will come into the backfield for the Old Abes, as they are certainly content to keep it on the ground if they can get positive yardage. 3-4 yards at a crack, I think would be just fine with a defensive-minded coach like Rob Scott. 2nd and 7 from the 25 of Chi-High. Thompson give to Albert. Albert right side. Albert following his blocking. Clary hops on his back, but not before Albert carries the pile down to the 20. Gain of 5, 3rd and short coming up for Eau Claire Memorial. The Old Abes just hung around and some serendipitous bounces here on their homecoming night. Some Chi-High mistakes. And Eau Claire Memorial within 7, with under 8 to play in the 3rd quarter. Ball right at the 20-yard line. Low snap, Connor will bounce on it, and Wesley Tanzer hops on his back. They went back to that Wildcat formation, and Jack Connor, who scored from 1 yard out from that formation, will lose a yard, and now it's 4th and 2. They went heavy on 3rd and 1, but a few issues with some of those snaps. Connor will come out along with Albert.
This ball's sitting on the 22. They got to get to about the 18, so almost a full 4 yards they need, which makes things a lot different here.
A good matchup to watch is number 74, their big left guard, against Jay Suifelhofer, number 60, the defensive tackle.
Twin receivers right, single receiver slot to the left. With a back to his left, Thompson on 4th and 4 from the 22, back to pass. Thompson now dancing out to his left, throws over the middle, got a man wide open inside the 10-yard line, spun down at the 5. Great job by Ryan Thompson.
That's going to be Regan Hub with the catch on that play. Solid athlete for Eau Claire Memorial.
6'5", 170, the senior.
As you said, he's wide open there. My guess is that we blitz the linebackers, and when you blitz a linebacker, you don't have anybody dropping back, and it leaves a big gap in front of the safeties and behind the linemen.
4th and 4 becomes 1st and goal from the 5. Connor in there at the Wildcat. Connor hesitates off left guard. Noses forward inside the 5 down to the 3. 2nd and goal coming up with 6:30 and counting. Solberg on the stop for Chi-High.
They do get this score. Look for Chi-High to need a solid drive and probably look to run the ball every play, I would assume.
Connor from the Wildcat, snagged from behind. He will fall forward inside the 1. 3rd and goal coming up. Well, give yourself a cost of living increase. Berry Global has opened up night shift production operator positions, a 2-2-3 schedule, amazing benefits, entry-level wages starting at $23.60 per hour. Find the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers. Back to the Wildcat with Connor. Connor direct snap over the pile into the end zone. He is in, touchdown for the 2nd time tonight. Jack Connor. And a PAT away from tying it up are the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, as this crowd is pumped now on homecoming night. 14-0 becomes 14-13 with 5:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Chi-High seeing just about the exact opposite of what they saw last week as they came out and got on top tonight, only to see that dwindle, and now we're going to have a game here.
And again, they'll send 4 players to the left and right, bring them back inside the hashes, and now we'll set up for the more traditional PAT with Connor Anderson.
Kicking into a full moon. Let's see if that pulls this ball to the left a little.
Snap to Albert, kick to the uprights, and it is good with flags flying on the play.
That was a very late flag that might be roughing the kicker. And the ref is signaling, the one that threw the flag is signaling it's good, so we might wind up with a 15-yard penalty.
I think they said running into the kicker.
That would be 5 on the kickoff then.
So with 5:44 to go, we'll step out for 60 seconds here on WOGO Sports, tied at 14. Geo Sports and Cardinal TV, 14 unanswered for Eau Claire Memorial, and we are tied at 14, just past the halfway point of quarter number 3 here at Carson Park. The run-up and the boot, line drive fielded by Mason Howard at the 7-yard line across the 10, 15, 20. Howard now splitting it outside the hashes, trying to turn the corner. He will at the 25 to the 30 and escorted out of bounds. And a late hit as flags fly high into the air beneath the lights here at Carson Park, and that should tack on 15.
So that's going to be great field position for Chai, bringing it out to 50. You know, sometimes field position in and of itself is enough to quiet the crowd, and it certainly worked here. Hate to see this crowd, which, as you said, is pretty much packed, get into this game. And that really did quiet them down. So let's see if the offense can use this to their advantage and go the other 50.
Chai High has turned the ball over twice. And 14 points off of those 2 turnovers for Eau Claire Memorial. The interception and then the muffed punt.
Well, and you might as well count the missed interception that we had that winds up then bouncing into their players. That pretty much was a turnover for Chai High as well, happening on 3rd down and about 25 yards to go.
So 5:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Chai High will start 1st and 10 at their own 47. Golden opportunity to get back out in front in this game. Flip right side, Mason Tester. Tester picking his way out right side. Tester finds a crease across the 45-yard line and down to the 44. On 1st down, a gain of 9 for Mason Tester.
First play for Chai High of this half after 13 plays for Eau Claire Memorial.
And that's their second 13-play drive. I don't believe they scored on their first 13-play drive.
Actually, those 13 were mixed up in between the turnover by Chai High.
2nd and 1. Mason Howard, left side. They try to catch Howard from behind. He will plunge forward for a 1st down. Gain 2 on 2nd and 1.
But yeah, I mean, it pretty much was a 13-play drive for them when you look at the end result is we didn't get to touch the ball there.
Mason Von Hayden trots back into the huddle. On the far hash, 1st and 10 from the 42. In Memorial territory for Chai High. They'll go double wing, double tight. Tester in motion, give to the fullback. There's Bromeisel. Bromeisel lowers the shoulders inside the 40-yard line. Excuse me, that's Nathan Drevis. Drevis out there at fullback, and Drevis down to the 39. Gain of 3. So now we're seeing some of that fullback rotation.
Offensive line did a really nice job blocking for him there, and a shout out to Coach Solberg doing a great job coaching up this group.
2nd and 7, Chai High from the 38 of Memorial, 14 apiece for 18 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Double wing, double tight for the junior. Mason Von Hayden gives to Mason Tester. Tester spins over his own blockers. He's dropped at the 41-yard line. Excuse me, the 36, gain of 2.
Got an extra yard there by being spun over the back of another player.
So this will be a crucial 3rd down, to understate it. A 3rd and 4 for Chai High from the 36 of Memorial. 14 unanswered points for the old Abes off the Chai High turnovers. 3:40 to go in the 3rd. Tester in motion left to right. They'll give on the opposite side. That's Mason Howard. Howard picks his way through traffic. He has a 1st down inside the 30-yard line and was looking for more.
Howard actually ran into his own man there, which was a lucky break for Eau Claire Memorial, or that one would have went all the way.
I absolutely agree. I was about to, or was expecting rather, to see Mason Howard sneak through the other side of that pile, but
offensive linemen are hard to sneak through.
From the 29 of Memorial, Chai High, 1st and 10. Twin tight ends, double wing. Tester in motion, give to the fullback, off the left side. That's Bromeisel back in there, and Bromeisel runs into his own lineman, and he just pushes everybody forward.
That was the oddest play I've ever seen, because Bromeisel had his left hand out. It looked like he was a blocker pushing people forward. Well, actually, I think he might have been. Is that was that number 9 that got up from the bottom of that pile, or was that Bromeisel that carried it?
It was Bromeisel that carried it from the fullback position.
He looked like he was blocking. He was pushing people out of the way as he was running.
Gain of 8, knocking on the door of the Johnson roll-off red zone from the 21-yard line. Dawson Goodman out there now. Delayed give to Dawson. Goodman spins down to the 19. No, they'll call it the 20-yard line where the knee went down. So 3rd and short for Chi High. Ball will switch hashes over to the near hash now. 2:20, but the clock's still ticking here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. 14 apiece, Chi High, a 3rd and 1.
What it looks like to me is that Chi High is trying to take advantage of the aggressiveness of Memorial defense, and so they're starting to run the counter back against the grain.
Goodman left wing back, Howard right wing back. Mason Von Hayden under center on 3rd and 1. Howard in motion. Give to Dawson Goodman. Goodman skips by 1 tackle. He should have the first down before being stormed back by that wave of purple. Goodman down to the 19. And that will move the sticks. Got the job done. And Dawson Goodman, the senior. Pretty good pursuit there by Memorial on the edge, as both Goodman and Howard have had some opportunities here to maybe break one.
Chi High's been down here before. This time they need to capitalize. This is a big drive. All of these drives are taking chunks of timeout.
1st and 10 from the 19. To Dawson Goodman. Goodman off right guard. Lowers the pads down to the 17. Gain of a couple. Cards again are in the Johnson Roll-Off Red Zone. Brought to you by Johnson Roll-Off, your local roll-off dumpster service, making recycling easy and job sites more efficient. Johnson Roll-Off Service.com.
In these Chi High, the double wing, double tight, the defensive end for Memorial is able to track down the running back when we do those little toss.
Ball on the far hash. Goodman in motion left to right. Give to Howard on the opposite side. Howard sneaks through a hole. Jitterbugs down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 6. Another 3rd and short coming up for Chi High.
That's a great play. Again, you're talking about the counter, and you're talking about going the opposite direction of where they think Goodman's going to go. You can tell that they're stacking up to stop Goodman. Ball down to the 10 on a nice 6-yard run.
3rd and 1, 40 seconds with the clock ticking here in the 3rd quarter. Double wing, double tight. Von Hayden will keep it himself, and he'll just lunge forward inside the 5-yard line. Mason Von Hayden. They are getting a great push from the center and guards on those quarterback sneaks.
Yeah, Von Hayden for 6 yards on a play that's expected to get one or two, but the push, like you said, just great push up the middle.
1st and goal, and it looks like Chi High will be content to take this one to the end of the 3rd quarter. And so as we enter the final frame here in Eau Claire at Carson Park, your score, Chi High 14, Eau Claire Memorial 14. We are back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV.
Possibility of making this the longest drive in terms of plays, as this is the 12th play for Chi High. Hopefully they don't see the 13th play.
Dawson Goodman, the left wing back. Mason Howard, right wing back. Davis Bromeisel at the fullback. Mason Von Hayden, the junior, under center. Ball at the near hash for Chi High as we've switched ends. Von Hayden sends Howard in motion. Von Hayden keeps himself off right guard. He's got a great push. He's into the end zone.
Delayed reaction
Waiting
for you.
Waiting for the signal. Touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
Wow. You know, sometimes I think those refs are just trying to
They're just trying to mess up my call.
Ruin your highlights there.
I'll fix it in post later on.
I don't know what they're waiting on. You saw it.
What a great push.
And I know you to be the most unbiased person I know.
Of course. Of course.
I want to give a shout out to Graydon Thatcher, number 73. Tremendous lead block.
Great way to start the fourth quarter. PAT is straight through. It's 21-14 Chi High, back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports.
Hi, this is Dave Chuck, attorney and owner of the Chuck Law Office. I've been a part of the Chippewa Falls community for most of my life.
Find a friend. So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
Chi High starts the fourth, capping off their longest drive of the night in terms of plays with a Mason Von Hayden keeper from 4 yards out, 21-14. After 14 unanswered by Memorial, Chi High retakes the lead. Little boot picked up by the upback at the 28-yard line, across the 35-yard line, and spilled near the 38. Return on that play for Eau Claire Memorial, and I believe that was number 22 who returned it. That would be Benji Roberts, 5'10", 150, a senior.
So these drives have really just eaten away the clock at this game. I wouldn't be surprised if Eau Claire and Chippewa only had one more drive each to end this game, the way things have been going.
We'll see how the Old Abes respond. It was 14-0 Chi High, 14 unanswered for Memorial. Now they'll have good starting field position, trailing 21-14 to your Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Thompson will give to Simmons. Simmons picks up about 3 to the 41 as he went straight up the middle.
While we were at the halftime, did you ever get any of those other scores from around the Big Rivers?
All I found so far was that Hudson was up 24-0.
Since you got a program, I was wondering.
On Superior at the half.
And that Superior game, which is, it's always tough at Superior, but that's not the game that we expected Hudson to struggle. Hudson's still got to play New Richmond, I believe.
2nd and 7 Memorial. Thompson from the gun. Thompson give right side that Simmons. Chi High strings him out. Simmons will get what he can and fights his way across the 40-yard line up to the 42, maybe the 43.
Yeah, that could have been a loss of about 2 yards, but he just kind of squirted through at the last second, stretched his body out and got maybe 2 or 3 out of it.
And you can hear Alan, certainly a lot more energy on that Chi High sideline.
Definitely, the energy level is high. Everybody's into it. This is a great game right here.
3rd and 5 Memorial from their own 41, 21-14 Chi High. Minute and a half almost gone by here, fourth quarter. Thompson switching up a couple of his receivers. Twins left, single receiver right. Back to pass, clean pocket, throwing out left side to Connor. Across the 35, 45 up to midfield for a first down. Jack Connor, who scored both touchdowns for Eau Claire Memorial. The big fella, number 44 at 6'1", 200. Wide open in the flat that time.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a miscommunication, but there wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him. Luckily, we closed on him just to stop him just inside of our side of the half here at the 49.
Well, don't let a lingering sports injury keep you from being your best. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their team of highly trained sports medicine, orthopedic surgeons, and athletic trainers will get you back in the game. More in a moment as Thompson with backs flanking from left to right, Twins to the right, 1st and 10 from the 49. Give off the left side. There's a big hole inside the 45-yard line to the 40 and all the way down to the 38 for another Memorial first down. That time, Albert carried the ball. Again, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine getting you back in the game. Find them in Altoona and Chippewa Falls, and coming soon soon to Rice Lake. Visit cvosm.com/WOGO. That's cvosm.com/WOGO for Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Couple first downs in a row for Eau Claire Memorial. 1st and 10 from the Chi-High 38. Twin receivers left. Single receiver slot to the right. Single back, Albert. Pistol formation, Thompson. Clean pocket, throws over the middle. Pass tipped through the hands, actually maybe just dropped there by Julius Clark.
Give a little bit of credit to 26 who laid the hit on him, but possibly impacted it a little bit, although the hit may have came after the ball had already
Trayson Bovey out there. So 2nd and 10 with 9:17 in the game, in regulation. I suppose we have to say, considering that 2018 game here at Carson Park. Trips to the right, nobody to the left. Thompson from the shotgun. Single back to his right. Thompson fakes the give. Heavy pressure. Thompson stepping away. Throws it deep into the right flat, and it falls into the Chi-High sideline. Clark was the closest player there. Now a 3rd and 10 from the 38, and you'd certainly figure 2 downs to get 10 yards for Coach Rob Thompson.
That was remarkably close to a completion, throwing across the field, considering the hit that the quarterback took there. He really stood in and got pounded by a couple of Chi-High players clean as he just released it.
Connor be the tip of the spear in that trips formation to the right. Thompson rolling out to his right, looking right, heavy pressure, evades, throws high.
That's going to be a flag.
And
That's
incomplete.
No flag over there?
Wow.
No flags.
Wow.
Clean coverage by Chi-High. The officials say, did you see something different, Dave?
Well, I thought that the Eau Claire Memorial player got hit about a second before that ball got there. I don't know if Alan, you've got a lot closer view there.
I'm a former defensive back, so I don't see those things the same way as offensive players.
Yeah, you're biased.
Shamar Simmons will come back into this game as Julius Clark did come off a little bit gingerly here. 4th and 10, Eau Claire Memorial. 9:03 to go in the game, 21-14 Chi-High. Memorial will send Connor, who's been an impact player, slot to the left. Twins left, single receiver wide to the right. Ryan Thompson from the shotgun. Thompson back to pass, clean pocket, pumps. Now he's flushed out to his right. Thompson still being chased. He's hit, he's taken down, he's sacked. Nathan Drevis.
Looks like he's holding his head too. I think he took a shot to the head right in the end. Clean hit as he's going to the ground. This is not the NFL.
So on 4th and 10, Chi-High pushes the Old Abes back 10 yards. And now they'll get golden starting field position at their own 48 with 8:57 to go in the game, leading 21-14.
Similar to the first half, you know, with that loss of 10 there, it's going to make their rushing yards probably back down to a total of about 20 for this half as well.
Double wing formation for Chi-High from their own 48-yard line. Tester in motion, give to Howard. Howard dancing across traffic, and he will back his way across midfield. And gain of 3, they'll call it, to the 49 of Eau Claire Memorial. Another foray into Old Abe's territory here for your Chippewa Falls Cardinals, trying to absolutely cement a spot in the playoffs.
That was a great stop by the Chi-High defense. Memorial was rolling. They were mixing it left, right, pass, run. And then all of a sudden, they ran into to a wall of Chi-High, and now Chi-High getting the ball back with 8.5 minutes left in the game.
2nd and 7, the Cards. Give to Mason Tester. Tester upended at the 46-yard line, a gain of 3, so a 3rd and 4 coming up for Chippewa Falls.
Back to that defensive stand that you talked about. Yes, it was a great stand, but it was also done really with those 3 incomplete passes with great pressure put on. I don't know if Coach Berger sent some linebackers in to blitz on that one, but that quarterback was under pressure 3 straight times.
Mason Tester has been so close to breaking one in this game. We'll see if he gets another opportunity before the end. Give to Mason Howard. He's strung out left side, trying to turn the corner, taps the brakes, lowers the pads across the 45 down to the 44 in decision time.
It is decision time.
A 4th and 1 from the 44 of Eau Claire Memorial.
Looks like maybe a 4th and 2, and is that enough?
Yeah, it is about 4th and 2.
Well, no, we got a penalty called, I think. No.
Well, it looked like one official was saying
there's not even
penalty.
A question.
All right, so
there's
4th and 2,
Chi
High. 4th and 2, maybe a short 2, but a 4th and 2 it is from the 44 Memorial. 7:07 to go. Double wing, double tight. On 4th down, Von Hayden. Crisscross give, and there is Tester, and Tester to the 40-yard line for a first down.
You know, I'll say it right now because we talked about it last week. You got to play to win. Coach Rajkovic is playing to win. 4th and 2 on the 42-yard line, goes for it. Now let's see if we get the reward, and this drive we can just take down to the end.
Yeah, he got out to the edge, Tester did, and then he tried to get a little cute and get around the defender, and I was worried that he was going to get tackled falling backwards, but he was able to lean forward and stretch out for the first down.
Tester, Bromeisel, and Howard, the 3 backs in this double wing formation. Von Hayden, the junior, under center. Von Hayden gives to Bromeisel. Bromeisel leaps over his offensive lineman at the line of scrimmage inside the 45-yard line and gallops down to the 33, a gain of 7. Man, you love seeing the fullback, the Thunder and Lightning, and the Thunder there right up the gut.
That is a great call right there. You are exactly right. Continue to soften them up with 6 minutes left in this game. Mixing it up well. Bromeisel's second carry of this half. Give him 6 on that one. Actually, give him 7.
A lot of hands on the hips for Memorial defenders. Chi High really wearing them down.
Bromeisel now offset, kind of an H-back. 2 wing backs, 2nd and 3 from the 34. Howard in motion left to right. They'll give it to Bromeisel. Bromeisel cutting off the A-gap right side, and he is spun over the top of a Memorial defender down to the 31. That is very close to a first down. Looks to be just a bit shy.
Yeah, Alan, you are exactly right about that counter look that we're getting almost every single time. Eau Claire Memorial really thinks that they've got this double wing pegged, where they can line up, where they can slash those gaps. And then the minute they got that figured out, you just counter it right back on them.
From the 31-yard line, 3rd and 1 for Chi High. 5:15 and counting. 21-14 the Cards. Double wing, double tight. Mason Von Hayden calls his own number, bowls forward. Man, I don't know how many times I can say it, guys, but that push, especially off right guard, is just fantastic.
And give credit to Von Hayden as well. He's got a great push, but also he's got great vision there to be able to find that gap. A lot of times if you don't have the vision and you're running into the wrong gap, he makes it look a lot easier than it is, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, against New Richmond when he was getting a lot of carries, that was more of a read option. This time it's just taking the direct snap and running ahead to where he thinks he can best find a soft spot.
1st and 10 from the 27 for Chi High. Mason Howard getting a block from Mason Von Hayden, cuts inside, finds a crease to the 20 to the 15-yard line. Another first down on the gain of 12 by Mason Howard. And the clock will stop, but only temporarily at 4:33 as Chi High now once again in the Johnson Roll-Off red zone. Johnson Roll-Off, your local roll-off dumpster service, making recycling easy and job sites more efficient. JohnsonRollOffService.com. And I love when I get to do that read multiple times a game. It means the Cardinal offense is rolling. 1st and 10 from the 15. Ball in the far hash. Twin tight ends. Double wing formation. Von Hayden going to keep it himself. Dances off left guard this time and will shoot down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
You know, and you called it on that last play. Excellent block by Von Hayden to kind of spring that one. You love seeing that when your quarterback's going to lay that block out there.
2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line for Chi High. Von Hayden again can take his time, trotting back to the huddle. Chi High trying to open up a 2-score lead with well under 4 minutes to go in this game at Carson Park against Eau Claire Memorial. Von Hayden gives to Howard. Howard dances, jitterbugs. He's loose in the middle of the field, gets a first down to the 5-yard line. Again, Mason Von Hayden to Mason Howard, and Howard just looks almost like he's skating across the field at times.
I'm really enjoying watching from this angle down here, but number 60, Jay Zwiefelhofer, the left guard, driving the linebacker 7 yards deep, almost into the end zone, giving a nice lane for Howard to run through.
You got to figure this would be the Bromeisel or Von Hayden show right here, the way things have been going.
First and goal from the 5. Flip right side. That's Tester. Tester trying to turn the corner. He will not, as he is hit.
Eau Claire Memorial's got to decide when they're going to use their 3 timeouts, if they're going to use them, because we're down to 2 minutes and 49 seconds. If they do stop them here,
it's a loss of 1. So second and goal from the 6. A longer run for Mason Von Hayden as we change hashes.
Again, even if they do stop them, if they don't use their timeouts here, there's not going to be any time left. So I'm actually surprised on second down we didn't see a timeout there.
Tester, left wing back. Howard, right wing back. Bromeisel, the fullback. Von Hayden under center, second and goal from the 6. Von Hayden gives left side. That's Howard. Howard trying to turn the corner. Race to the pylon. Dives in. Touchdown! Chippewa Falls for the second time tonight. Mason Howard from Mason Von Hayden finds the end zone.
Hey, I'm not taking credit for that one. You screwed your own highlight up there.
I screwed my own highlight up. I'm going to fix that one again later, too.
6-yard touchdown for Howard. Excellent for Chi High. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Perfect drive. I'll count them up, but I think we might have seen another 11-play drive.
27-14 with 2:11 to play. PAT again will be whistled. Dead before.
3 for 3 with Subi. They're getting a free icing on him, I think. I don't know who they're calling it a memorial again, but this doesn't seem to cost them.
So Dawson Goodman.
You think back at Stilson High School that Mason Howard ever got tagged in a game of football or tag, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure they even tagged him there. It's he caught the pylon easy.
Snap, spot, boot, splits the uprights. 28-14 Chi High. 14 unanswered points for the Cards. We're back in 60 seconds. This is Cardinal football on WOGO Sports as some of the Memorial fans starting to head for the exits. Advantage over the home team. The Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes 2:11 remaining in this fourth quarter as Subi Mason, the junior, has it on the tee at the 40-yard line. Subi, the run up the left-footed boot. He's going to drive this one all the way back to the 9-yard line. Straight ahead between the hashes. 15, 20, 25 before Jackson Gould drags the returner down from behind at the 29. And something maybe interesting to mention about that last drive, not just putting the 7 on the board, Dave, but chewing up so much clock that Memorial now will be hard-pressed to get down the field quickly enough, knock on wood, to be able to tie this game in regulation.
Well, that's exactly right. And again, that's why I'm surprised Coach didn't call a timeout there to at least save another 30 seconds as that could wind up being huge. A 12-play drive, but basically the 2 straight 12-play drives is what did it and ate up almost the entire second half after Memorial scored their 14 points.
Memorial 4 wide, split evenly left and right. Thompson flushed out to his right, long pass, high snatch, right at the 39-yard line to the 40, then a big hit, and now a collaboration with several Cardinal tacklers at about the 41, but a gain of 12 on first down will stop the clock at a minute 55.
You'll live with that all day. Short throws, run up, rally up to it, but this is Jackson Google time.
Thompson back to pass, throws right side, got a man at the sideline, steps out of bounds 2 yards shy of the stick. Give yourself a cost of living increase. We're telling you this for the final time here tonight. Berry Global has opened up night shift production operator positions with a 2-2-3 schedule. Amazing benefits and entry-level wages starting at $23.60 per hour. Find the Chippewa Falls location at berryglobal.com/careers, berryglobal.com/careers. From Memorial, Twins left and right, 2nd and 3 from the 48-yard line, their side of the 50. Thompson back to pass, flushed out to his right, throws right, got a man skipping toward the sideline. Chi-Hi's waving incomplete. We'll see if the officials agree, and they will.
Interesting position where that ball was. I didn't see a ref in that area. Nobody was within 15 yards, but guess they didn't have to be as they waved it off.
3rd and 3 with 4 wide. Quick snap from the shotgun to Thompson. Thompson got a man over the middle. Dawson Goodman plants him on the ground. The ball jarred loose.
And that's an incomplete pass that was caused 100% by Dawson Goodman. That receiver had that first down dead to rights, and Dawson Goodman just broke him in half.
That was Gavin Gerber.
Those are the kind of plays you can just hear with Alan Dunham down there with the microphone by the players. Those are the kind of plays that they love, even more than touchdowns and anything else.
Minute 36 left. 4th and 3. Eau Claire Memorial, last gasp here from their own 48. Thompson back to pass, throws over the middle. He's got a man. That's Albert across the 45-yard line for a first down. And Memorial will have to hurry again. They move the chains with 90 seconds left. 4 wide left and right from the gun. Thompson back to pass. Thompson dancing, looking right side. High pass. Did the toe get down? Yes, it did at the 40-yard line. I believe that was Julius Clark with the catch. Minute 24 to go. 28-14 Chi-Hi. 2nd and 6 Memorial from the 40-yard line of the Cards.
You got to stay disciplined here as a defensive back, not to jump up on short stuff. Really be disciplined. Make sure nothing gets over the top of you.
4 wide. Twins left and right. Single back to the left of Ryan Thompson, the senior. From the gun, takes the waist-high snap. Thompson rolling out to his right. Flushed. Looks right side. Throws it into the Chi-Hi bench. Nothing there. 3rd and 6. Minute 19 left. Coming up, the Post Glass post-game show brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Alan will talk live on the field with head coach Chuck Rakovich. Hopefully talking about a playoff berth absolutely secured. Chi-Hi can hold on to this 14-point advantage for the final minute 19. Thompson again with 4 wide. Takes the snap, throws left side, high catch. Dawson Goodman wrestles him to the ground at the 32. That is enough for a first down. So only 5 seconds go off the clock, but the chains will move. The officials moving quickly as well to spot this ball. Thompson again, waist-high snap. Thompson dancing, rolling out to his right. Looks like he may tuck and keep. Now still looking downfield, and he will tuck it across the 40-yard line to the 25, and out of bounds close to a first down.
So that's the second time that 0 seconds ticked off the clock after they got a first down and Eau Claire Memorial snapped it. And what's happening is it's not necessarily the clock keeper up here, it's the refs down there that are allowing Eau Claire Memorial to snap the ball before the chains are even set.
That'll be a gain of 8 for Thompson on the scramble. 2nd and 2 from the 24. Minute 4 left. Thompson back to pass. Thompson now dancing, flush out to his right. Looked like a hold right side. Got a man, puts the foot down inside the 15-yard line at the 12. Good catch. Far side of the field for Memorial.
We'll see if once again, as we sit here with 56 seconds on the clock, if they snap the ball before a second even ticks off.
Reset the chains. Clock is stopped right now at 56 seconds. Memorial has moved quickly down the field. They trail 28-14.
Never mind, the ball's out of bounds there. Clock stops on that.
4 wide. And the Chi-Hi defense shut the door. Thompson back to pass. He's got a very clean pocket. Floats it deep down the left side. Tipped and knocked down.
It's number 6 on the tip back there.
I believe that's Carter Bovey. It is.
Making another play.
Dawson Goodman also in the area. So now Memorial with plenty of time for this play. 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. 50 seconds remaining. Homecoming night again. Not a big portion, but a few sections of fans did head to the exits. Memorial Trying to get back into this one with Thompson. Thompson stepping up in the pocket. Now he's rolling out to his left. Thompson still looking for the end zone. Now he will tuck it and be rolled down. Thomas Clary, heavy pressure. A number of other Chi-High defenders in, and Coach Thompson's going to take a timeout with 41 seconds to play. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Back in half a minute on WOGO Sports and Cardinal TV.
A high school sports career goes by way too fast. So how do you make all...
Thank you to Dawson Halverson back at the WOGO studios in Halley, and Owen Krista, who's here to our left running the Chi-High live stream. Don't forget to subscribe, CFHS Media for Cardinal TV on YouTube. 3rd and long from the 9-yard line. Eau Claire Memorial hoping they can punch one in and get an onside kick coming out of the timeout. 4 wide ball in the near hash. Ryan Thompson from the gun takes the snap, looking right the whole way. He's got a man wide open at the 5-yard line, but he is stood up and dropped right there. May have given him the 4, but that's going to cost Memorial another timeout with 35 seconds to play and 4th down coming up. Timeout taken by Memorial. Once again, we will take a 30-second break. Chi-High football on WOGO Sports. Cards trying to win here at Memorial. .35 seconds on the clock here at Carson Park. Chi-High leads 28-14. Eau Claire Memorial has the ball at the 4-yard line of Chippewa Falls on a 4th and 3. They have 1 timeout remaining as well after the great stop inbounds by the Cards. Comes down to this for the old Abes. Ball at the far hash, 4 wide. Twin receivers left and right with the tailback to his right from the shotgun, Ryan Thompson, the senior. Thompson takes the snap. He's got a clean pocket. Now he's flushed out to his right. Thompson turning, throws into the end zone, got a man, backline, touchdown. Flags did fly on the play before the throw.
That would have been on us, I believe. I think I saw our defensive back possibly tackle or push the Eau Claire Memorial guy out of bounds.
Yeah, right in front of me here, so that's going to be declined and touchdown Memorial.
A lot of
I don't know why
the old Abes.
You're right about half the fans leaving, and granted, you have a very slim chance, but this is the most exciting part of the game, whether your team's down 14 or not. You know, this is your one chance to see them, you know, pass the ball, have some excitement here.
Big onside kick would be coming up very soon. Not sure who caught that back line of the end zone.
Chi-High hands team is going to have to
Tay Ferguson.
Going to have to get out there and get warmed up. This is going to be a huge one. Eau Claire Memorial with no timeouts. If they do get an onside kick, they're still going to have to go the length of the field, which is, you know, not. I think they'll probably wind up having to go about 60 yards.
Again, Memorial's had the same formation with every PAT so far. Connor, I believe, is the long snapper.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went for 2 here. They're not going to, but you know, realistically, the analytics say go for 2 here. And really, I could mathematically prove it to you. There's no question about it. But you're never going to see a team go for 2 in this situation, even though they should.
So it's 28-20. Chi-High pending the PAT. 4 players standing just inside the numbers on either side of the hashes for Eau Claire Memorial. Again, looking sort of like a Wildcat formation, and then they will back it into the more traditional snap, spot, and hold for Connor Anderson. Anderson, the senior. High snap, and it's a bad snap, and Albert hit in the backfield, gets away from one defender, now rolling out to his right. Albert throws a desperation heave into the end zone. It is intercepted back there, no, incomplete. Either way, Carter Bovey in the right place at the right time, and it's now an 8-point game with 29 seconds remaining. Back in 60 on WOGO Sports. Of this game, Chi High leading 28-20 over Eau Claire Memorial, and of course the hands team out there. Only one timeout left for Coach Rob Scott, the old Abes, so this will be coming off the foot of Connor Anderson, the senior, who didn't even get an attempt at that PAT a moment ago. Anderson with the ball on the far hash. Right hand in the air. Anderson, a dribbler, high pop up.
Number one, and that is Mason Howard. That's why you got your hands team out there, and that'll do it. Chi is going to sit on it.
And a great performance here by Chi High. Scored the first 14 points of the game. Here on WOGO, Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. They gave up 14 unanswered thanks to some untimely turnovers. But then 14 more ripped off before a late gasp touchdown on a nice drive by Memorial. And now the Cards will kneel it out. And Chi High will get their 6th win of the season, trying to go back-to-back 7-2 campaigns in the regular season. As the clock ticks down to 10 seconds to go, a tough-minded bunch from Eau Claire Memorial Coach Rob Scott. But as we hit triple zeros here at Carson Park, Chi High spoils the Old Abes homecoming. Your final score, your Chippewa Falls Cardinals 28, the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes 20. We're going to step out and be back after this on the post-game show brought to you by Post Glass Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Chi High on the year now 6-2 and 4-2 in the Big Rivers Conference as they cement their place in the postseason for the 2nd consecutive season. Memorial now out of the playoff chase. They are 3-5 on the year and 1-5 in their BRC. Back in 3.5 minutes here on WOGO Sports. The post-game show coming up. Chi High victorious once again on Friday nights. Back in 3.5.